Thursday, 1st of October, pinch and a punch, first day of the month, and another month is gone. So what is this now, into our 8th month, I think. And I was at work yesterday, sanding away, working on this Monaro, this show car, and I thought this is what I really like doing, and I kind of hope I don't get the other job. Even though it'd be closer and it'd still be a really nice job and it'd be clean. I just really like working with cars. I like being in the workshop, and I just have to get used to the guys, I guess. There was a few away and it was a lot quieter. It was a lot nicer. I'd been away for a couple of days and someone had been at my spot, and they left me a new t-shirt, which was really nice. So let's see how we go. Now that the borders are possibly going to open up and we can head into Australia and not quarantine is one thing, but being able to move around in those eastern states, which we haven't previously been able to think about doing, makes me a bit more excited about going home. And although the plan was to be back in WA for next year for Ruby for school, I'm thinking we'll just continue to travel and she can do distance education in the car. At this stage today, that's what I'm thinking. So I don't know. I'm thinking we'll go home when we can. We may not rush home before Christmas if it's just too hard. I'm not going to battle through crowds as I didn't at the beginning of the lockdown. We'll go home when it's a bit quieter, I guess, and see what the restrictions are in the coming weeks. So I think even if I do get the job at Dutton and Etheridge, or Drummond and Etheridge, which long term would be a much better idea, I think I'll have to knock it back if I get it. I might not even get it because there was the other guy who had egg parts experience. So yesterday we went to quiz night, and everybody else, for some reason or other, work or whatnot, couldn't be there. So it ended up being just Ruby and I and her two friends, Cole and Charlie, and we did really well. We didn't come last, which I was sure we would have done. We actually came third last, which was way better than I thought. We had a really good night, and we all had ice creams at the pub Sundays, and then we went through McDonald's ice cream when I had to drop them all home, and had more ice cream, so I'm feeling a little bit full today. But we had a great night, and Ruby's friends are quite fun. So now I am a little bit late, and I must battle this traffic, which will be worse now that I'm late.
And someone had the audacity to ask if I've done the dishes yet this morning. I was not impressed. Check it out, the car's on the hoist. And I've got plenty of wood chin. I've been painting. I'm between coats, so I'm just getting a coffee and waiting for it to pack off. And then getting oil changes.
So now begins the slow drive home through the traffic. This bit takes so long, especially this time of day. It's just a few blocks, past town. It take most of the time, probably a good half hour to go, 5Ks, 4-5Ks. Anyway, today was really interesting. It's funny how the universe works, I went for that job at Drummond and Etheridge, and then they're talking about no quarantine, so I'm kind of like, well, I can't really take it if we're going to go home soon. And then today at this job at Bromley, they've asked me to manage the paint shop because I've been able to get things moving as I see the need arise, and get jobs happening so that the two booths are continuing to cycle over, because that's where your profit is getting things through the booth and done, and everyone then has got work, because otherwise bottlenecks, and the panel beaters can't fit things up, and it just flows on. So yeah, I couldn't believe today they've asked me to manage that, because I've shown that I can, which it's pretty cool. And I'm working on a V8 Porsche, which is really cool, because it's a flat colour, which they're all a bit afraid to touch, and I've done a few of them. So yeah, onwards and upwards, I guess. I was quite impressed and quite lucky, and I just think that's the universe telling me not to take this job at Drummond and Etheridge. So no matter how long I'm in New Zealand for, I've got a job at Bromley, and they're happy with me, and they're accommodating me, and the two guys that annoy me the most haven't been there for the last couple of days, so but I think they're back in tomorrow. Well, we'll see. Anyway, so it's all going well, and now it's just a half-hour drive home that takes an hour to get home. It's a lot quicker in the morning when I come just before the traffic. So all going well. Well, that bit me in the bum. Yesterday, I thought I'm going to get off at the one before Rolleston, because Rolleston hits at the end of the motorway, so it goes from 2 lanes down to 1, and I find it gets a little bit busy there. So I thought I'll get off at Whedon's Road, and it's shut both ways because they're doing work. So now I'm stuck trying to get back on the motorway, which is a bit of a bugger. So yeah, so anyway, with that, my promotion of going to manage the spray shop, I don't know if I'm going to get any more money. It wasn't even discussed. It was just I'm just going to do the job, because one of my favorite things in the world, like more than doing cars, more than anything, my favorite thing in the world is bossing boys around, and that's essentially what they've given me license to do. So bring it on, I say. I don't care if there's any money involved or not. I get to boss boys around. I'm so excited about it. I don't know if you can see very well, but I'm just about back on the motorway now, and it's just goes on for ages.